see a big sign saying Parish Online Basics 105?
No, so what am I doing wrong?
I don't know. I don't think you are doing it wrong. Maybe I'm doing it wrong. Maybe I've forgotten to share
I've
it
got
properly.
Zoom, ditch the 40-minute limit.
No, okay, let me just go in, make sure I'm doing it properly. No, I'm sharing my screen. I'm going to stop sharing and share again.
It's all about Zoom at the moment.
You can't see anything?
Well, what am I doing wrong then?
That's sort of extreme.
Is it a spreadsheet that you've got on there?
Well, there is a spreadsheet, but you shouldn't be able to see it. Now
I've got it. Yeah.
You can see it?
Yeah. Parish
Okay,
Online.
we're away.
Yes.
Good. So today we're going to talk about styling.
Yes.
And all the usual advice. We don't need to talk about this because you're familiar with this, but basically I will be sending you a copy of the video and the presentation. So you don't need to make notes particularly.
Good.
And do shout if you need me to stop anytime during the presentation.
Yeah, because I do like the follow-up.
Good.
If there was something that you weren't sure of, it makes, yes, it's good, even if you have to go over it a couple of times.
Yeah. What's worth remembering is that the link to the, and in this case, the presentation is so small, I send it as an attachment. So that ignore that. So what we're going to talk about today then is what styling is, how the various types of styling are. We're actually going to show you styling a layer, going through labels, all the other patterns and fills that there are in styling. We'll go through hints and tips to cover everything that you might otherwise have not realized. And then we'll give you the chance to play with it if you'd like to.
Okay.
So styling is the art, as if you've already described it, using changes in colors, icons, symbols, or labels to indicate differences to viewers. You can either do it between features in the same layer or differences between layers. The idea is how to make the information more useful to the viewers. And I put a note in here that I think the video in particular on styling in the knowledge base of Parish Online is pretty good. So I've put a link to it here in the presentation, and when you get the presentation, you'll have the link. So there are two real types of styling. There's single or there's class-based. And single means that basically every feature within a map layer are going to look the same according to the style. And a class-based means that the features will change depending upon what records have been stored against that class. So for instance, in the previous presentations that you've read, we've had sort of sample layers which include status. And if you change the status from not yet started to finished, then on a class-based system, that will change the color or the icon or whatever you've set it up. So when you might use a class-based style, I've just put an example in here that you can color code the grit bins for how full they might be. You can use colors to show the status of something. So in planning applications, we have these 4 statuses, and you can use those to change the color or whatever. And you can vary labels all over the place, which we'll again specialize in today, just so that you can see the differences. So let's start with the basics. The only layers that you can style are those in your parish layer, i.e. the ones that you or your parish have created. You cannot change anything in the asset register, nor can you change anything in the third-party layers. So it's only your layers that you can change. And what's available in the styling varies depending upon what geometry your layer is. So you remember the 3 types of geometry: points, lines, and polygons. Yeah. They have variations on what the styling does according to those geometries. And to get into style, you just right-click anywhere in a parish layer. So in this example, I've now clicked on the Graham test polygon layer over here. And I've right-clicked, sorry, that turned it on, so you can see the test polygon that we used. And then I right-click to come up with this mini menu, and we're going to click on Style. And up pops this box, which has got basically 4 columns. So you've got the style options column, the labels column. This one I just call the 3rd column because it changes depending on what you've done in these 2. And then the preview, which I think is fabulously useful because it shows you exactly what you're going to get based on the changes that you've made. So we start with the style options, and I'm going to click up here just so that we go on to see what it's all about. And your first box is the style type. This is where we make the decision on being a single or a class-based style. We're going to leave it on single for now, but we'll come back and do a class-based one later. Was that an interruption or just a cough?
Just thinking there's someone there.
Oh, is there? All right.
Oh, Anthony. Is Anthony?
Well, is he visible and talkable yet? Or is he still? Anthony, good afternoon.
Can you hear me?
Yes, loud and clear.
All right. Sorry, I was trying to be discreet and just type you a message and say apologies.
No, well, I just wanted to. I asked Yvonne to let me know if anyone else arrived because we need to do a quick catch up. So all we said so far, Anthony, is that styling is the business of making changes to make things more highlighted, to stand out, so that you can make them more useful. There are two types of style. There's what we're in at the moment, which is the single style, but you can choose class-based. And the difference between the two is that single just means that all features will look the same, but class-based means that the colors and the styles can change according to whatever the class that you're using is. So if, for instance, you use the status as a class column, then the color will change of the icons as you change the status as things go on.
Right.
And finally, we just showed that in order to get into styling,
excuse me, can I ask a question? Sorry, am I allowed to interrupt? You know, when you say it changes, would it change on a public one as well?
Yes, changes everywhere.
Okay, sorry.
Okay, so going just back for Anthony's benefit, we got into styling by going into our left layer of columns. We mentioned that you can only style on parish layers. So you can't do anything with the asset register and you can't do anything with third-party layers, but with certainly your own layers, you can do whatever you like. And then to get into styling, you right-click in the layer of your choice and come up with a mini menu and you just click on style. And then it may be worth, just for your benefit, just let me just go back one slide, because I think if you wouldn't mind, Yvonne, let's just go back to this one. So let's go, there we go, slideshow from the current slide. There we go. So Anthony, you can see this one. We've lost Anthony?
No.
Oh, okay. So Anthony, we just said this is the styling page that comes up when you right-click on style, and 4 columns. So the left column is called style options, then labels, then what I call the 3rd column changes. The content here will vary depending on what you've done in these 2 first columns, and then the preview is really useful because it shows you what's going to happen based on your changes before you actually finally commit to it. So basically you start on the left side, then you move work along. So we've started in the left column, and we were just saying that you had the choice here of being single or class-based. And for the moment, we're going to do single, but we'll move on to class-based later.
Right.
So if you're in single, this class column is grayed out and stays grayed out all the time. Ditto for the label column. You can select here if you want to, but you don't have to. For the purpose of today, we are going to do labels. So I'm going to click on this column. And what you've done is it brings up the drop down of the columns available in the record that you're dealing with. So we're dealing with my single polygon layer. We've created a record in there which has got 3 fields: the name, the date, and the status. And you can choose whichever one you want, or any of these metadata fields that pop up, to make your label column. And the system usually picks the first one for you by default, but you're able to make the changes you want. And notice that as soon as you get into here, nothing happens in the labels column yet because you haven't selected a column. As soon as you select a column, you'll see that this label comes live.
Okay.
So in our case, we're going to click on name. So what we've done is clicked on name. We're in a single class. We've clicked on name, and this now has become alive. You can work on it. And you'll notice that because we've clicked on lane over here in the preview, it tells us that, and that's roughly what it's going to look like under the present conditions.
Okay.
So we have two boxes here, the force labels and displace labels. They're really only for use when you've got a very crowded layer and the system will try not to overwrite labels with each other. So it'll sort out which ones you can see and which ones you can't. You can force it to ignore that if you want to. And it's also quite handy to displace labels, particularly if you're in a point layer. Remember, you've got geometry as points, lines, and polygons. If you're in a point layer and you've got lots of points close together, it's quite easy for the label to obscure the point itself. So you can displace the labels and just force it downwards or sideways or somewhere. On the maximum scale and minimum scale boxes here, it's just giving you the choice of when the labels appear and when they disappear as you zoom in and out. Now the system will default for you to standards, but if you can override those standards and put in what you want here, and we'll just show you what that looks like on the next slide, but I don't actually do anything with it. So I think we've covered all these things here. Yep. I did mention earlier, Anthony, that the video on this in the knowledge base is actually quite a good one. It's only 5.5 minutes. And when you get the copy of this presentation, it'll have the link here for you. And you can go straight to it. All right, so what you need to do is just see that there's this list of options here in layer 3 or column 3. Not particularly complicated. Let's move on to filling in some of these details. So what I've done is said, okay, for your examples, I've just put in a couple of scales here, 1 in 400 and 1 in 5,000 as the minimum and maximums. That's just when the labels will pop up. But these are here just as examples for you today. I've whacked up the label size just for again, the purpose of today's exercise to make it unnecessarily huge so you can see it. So you see I put 44 in here. That's why you've got this big name. Text color remains black. The fonts we could change, but I haven't. And then I've put in a nice bright yellow for the halo. So the halo is this bit around the name. So you can choose the color for that. And I whacked up the size. It defaults to 2 to begin with, but I whacked it up to 18. So I've said the background color used to be red. I've made it green just by clicking on the red, and it comes up with the usual, choose whichever color you like. You can adjust the opacity if you wish. I've said, yes, I want some vertical lines, and yes, I want them to be purple. So you can see here, and this is the gap, the distance between them. Yes. So nothing happens until you say, this is exactly what I want. And then you click on save, which is what we're going to do. And you'll see that, lo and behold, you didn't see this, Anthony, in the first slide, but we had a big, just plain red box here, which was the pavilion we completed in the previous thing. So now it's changed colors, it's got lines, it's got a big halo, and it's got big black letters. So you can see the changes that we've made in styling. So just to summarize, we've looked at styling using single. We've created, edited, and managed labels. We've looked at fills, patterns, and lines, and now we're going to see what happens when you do class-based styling. So the way to get there is when you bring up this menu by right-clicking on your layer and choosing the style mini menu, you get the choice here of either single or class. We're just going to make class-based. And as I was telling you, Yvonne, earlier, all the class-based means that whatever column you've chosen to be your class base, when there are changes in there, so you change the styles. So that can be very effective for showing status is a classic one. And you can just adjust accordingly.
Okay.
So I've selected class-based. And because we've selected class-based, this column has come alive. It was grayed out before, and it's automatically selected the first column here as your choice. And that has determined what comes up in the column, third column here. So in our test layer, I've only got one record, so it's shown one record here. But if you had 50, it would show all 50 and give you the chance to vary all of them as you wish. But because we've just got one, I've left it at 75% opacity red, and these are all defaults. We've made no changes yet to the labels at all. So because there's only one record here, that's no fun. I'm now going to change to status here as the class column, because it's going to show you what happens here when we change it. So I'm clicking on status, and you'll see that we've now got status as the class column. That has adjusted what you see in the third column, because for our single record, we had three choices of status. Either the pavilion was not yet started, or it was under construction, or it's finished. And here you can select what color you want each to represent. Now, I don't think the defaults make sense. You know, if it's finished, I'd have it green. And if it's under construction, I'd have it purple or whatever this is. But that's a matter of taste. You can do whatever you want. So you've got full freedom to change these. Remember, as you make the changes, you'll see what the impact is over here, which is very convenient. I'm just going to show you here that if you use labels, and here we're not using labels, but if you do, when you're in a class-based, you have to click on this little icon to the right of the label sign to copy your editing to all the items in this layer. So it's just a step to remember that you have to click on that if you're in class-based. If you're in single-based, you don't need to, but it doesn't hurt just to get into the habit of clicking on it no matter what, so that you never go wrong. Right, so we're going to move on to the next step after this. Back at the beginning, I said that the facilities within styling change according to the geometry. I forgot to mention this to you, Anthony, but what you can do with points is different from what you can do with lines, which is different again from what we've done with polygons. We've been in polygons so far, so now we're going to change to points to see the difference. So I've gone back, and instead of being in my polygon layer, I've turned that one off, and I've selected my point layer, and I'm going to right click on it to get style, and I click on style. So in here, you'll now see that this third column has changed again, and we've got different sort of choices here. But in the first item, we've got as a default a symbol, and the default symbol is circle. And we're going to say we don't want symbols, we want icons. So we click on symbol. Up it comes with a choice, and you say I want icon. So we click on that. And now you'll see it's changed what the symbol here is. It's gone to this default of number blank red. You get this little square here for a point, remember? So if you click on number blank red, then up in due course will pop this list of icons. And it's a huge list, it's hundreds long. And it may take a few seconds if you're on a slow connection, but it does indeed appear in due course. And then you can just scroll through. This is a scrollable list. We can go all the way down here. And there's lots and lots of them. For now, we'll click on the helicopter, but for later, we'll show you how to speed up the search through this. So we're just going for helicopter. And again, it's popped up in here. Now I've whacked up the size to 92 to give you a nice visible helicopter. And if you click on save, you'll see what happens on the map. So the little point that was here on our recreation ground in our point layer, we're still in the point layer, has now become a helicopter icon, which was what you wanted. So what we're going to do now, I've made some changes here. So I've gone into my layer and I've added 2 new features just to give us some things to play with here. I've turned on the label column, and I've set the status to class-based, and I've chosen the status column as our class column. And I said, yes, I want labels, and I want the labels to be based on status as well. So then to make sure that you can see what I'm doing, I've whacked up the label size to 21, and I've chosen an awful color so that you can't miss it. And I've selected the labels to align to the left of the icon. And then I've chosen 2 more icons here. So not yet started is still a low-flying helicopter, but if it's under construction, we've chosen the camping 2 icon. And if it's finished, we've got the bridge old icon. And because this is the one that's selected, you can see it's gray. That's what the one that shows in the preview. So you've got an icon for finished. So if I now click on save, and I should say the 2 records that I added, I had one for construction and one for finished. So we should see all 3 of them when I click on save. And lo and behold, we've now got an icon here that's got a label to the left of it, an icon here that's got a label to the left of it, and an icon here also with a label to the left of it. And if you are a not yet started status, you get a helicopter. If you're under construction, you get a caravan. And if you're finished, you get a bridge. Now, clearly, you can choose whatever you like. I've just chosen ridiculous ones for the sake of presentation. But you've got any number of variations for the icons and the styling, which is what I think makes it fun. And also the whole idea is to make things stand out so that it's easy to understand what's going on. So when we started in the single class with points and you got symbols available, it defaults to red, but you've got others. All you need to do is to click on the word symbol and up will come the choice of squares, triangles, diamonds, and crosses. So you can ring the changes there. If you move from symbol, the word symbol, to icons, then you've got hundreds of those available. One of the reasons that there are hundreds is that in order to get different colors in your icons, they've produced the same icon many times over, and each one is a different color. So you may find that there are 5 or 6 bridges or some of the other icons which are not traffic signs. The helicopter, if you remember, was in a traffic sign in a red triangle. And because it's a traffic sign, we've kept it in the traffic colors. So it's a red triangle with a white background and a black symbol. And then we sort of discussed this very briefly, Yvonne, when you do change the text or the status, that it changes on the map, and that will automatically change in any public map you've got of the same thing. So this is exactly as you'd expect it to be, but I've just said it here in case anyone had missed the point. And then I said I'd help you to speed up the choice of icons. Once you know roughly what the icons are called, then you can use the search facility and it'll jump to the ones you want. But of course, until you know what they're called, it's a bit difficult to type things in because some of the names they've chosen don't actually match what I think my intuition would have been. So you've got to get a bit familiar before you can type in the names. But once you are, you do know what you're looking for, then the fastest way of jumping to it is just to type it into the search. Okay, we've covered the agenda. The whole point of today, or at least a major part of it, is for you to try it for yourselves. So let me just check that you're both happy to go into Parish Online on your PC and do some work. Now here's a chance to say no if you're not. And you're going to have 2. Sorry, Anthony.
Yes, yeah, should be able to give that a go.
Okay, so you're going to have 2 windows open in your browser or on your system at least, one for Parish Online and one for this Zoom window. And you need to be able to jump back and forth between the 2 because you won't be able to see what I'm asking you to do if you're not in Zoom, and you won't be able to do it if you're not in Parish Online. So you're going to be jumping around. So what I'd like to do, please, is go into Parish Online, go into your parish layers and select any one you wish. Doesn't matter whether it's a point, line, or polygon geometry. And it doesn't really matter if it's an existing live item or it's a test one. If it's an existing live one, then all the styling we're doing now, we can just turn off. But if it's a test one, you can leave it all there and do whatever you like with it. So if you just go ahead and do that.
I'm stuck before I start because I don't know how to, the whole screen is Parish Online, so I don't know how to get out of that.
Ah, It's your parish online. So are you watching
your
Zoom
parish,
Zoom app, Yvonne,
the
or are you
Zoom.
watching it in your browser?
So it's the Zoom that's the full page.
No, you should be running Zoom either in the Zoom app or in your browser. And that was a choice you made when you went into Zoom in the first place. Do you happen to remember which it was?
No, sorry.
Okay. What happened? Are
I've
you
got
running
view-
Windows?
Hang on, I've got view options. Ah, so I could say 50%. Would that be right?
No, I would
No.
leave it on full if I were you.
Okay.
What I would suggest, are you in Windows?
Yeah.
Okay, so what happens if you press the Alt key and the Tab key? So just hold down the Alt key and press the Tab key once.
What's the tab key? I see. Sorry, yeah.
And it should give you the opportunity to switch from one to the next. Does it do that for you?
No.
And each time you press, you hold the Alt key
Oh.
down, and each time you press Tab, it switches you to a different window. Does that happen?
No.
Weird. Let's
The
take a
tab
second,
is
and we'll just come into your screen and see what you're doing. So are you in Zoom or you're in Parish Online, you said?
I'm in Zoom.
You're in Zoom. So you can see me, you can see you?
Yes, and I can see the Zoom.
Okay, can you share your screen then, Yvonne? Remember how to do that?
Oh, yeah.
And click on the share. Oh, hang on, I need to give you permission. I'm sorry. There we go. So share your screen.
I have, haven't I?
Oh, yeah, it's coming, but not quite. There we go. Yep. Well done. Okay, so stop where you are.
Yeah.
And just something's moving. Are you moving?
No,
don't move anything. It's getting very confusing.
No.
Oh, it just does that anyway. All right. So if you hold down your Alt key and you press the Tab key once, let's just watch what happens.
So the Tab key is the one that you know, like when you press for a space. I mean the space bar. Is that not the Tab key?
No. The Tab key is the one about third row down, left-hand side.
Oh, enter.
Who?
Enter. No,
on the left-hand side of your keyboard.
Yeah.
The left-hand.
I can see it. I'm sorry, I don't use that. I've never used that before.
Okay, so if you hold down the Alt key,
Ah.
there we go. Look at that. So all that does is let you jump from one to the other. So now you're in Parish Online. And to get back to Zoom, you just press Alt Tab again. Try it again just now.
Oh, yeah.
There you go. Wonderful. Now, you don't want to be in that part of Zoom. So you see where you've got up at the top, there's a highlighted tab at the top with an X on it. Move your mouse to the top of your screen. Yeah, that.
And get rid of that one.
Yep.
Ah.
Okay, so that's good. So we can close that one down as well, unless you need it.
No, not at the moment. Oh God, yeah. See, this is all my account.
Yes, we'll just get rid of them all because the fewer you have, the less confusing it is.
I know.
You were very busy, weren't you?
Well, honestly, I've just, yeah.
Right. That's why you're getting complicated. You had a lot of windows open.
I know. I get told off for that. Yeah.
That's okay. So just the one you don't want to kill is the Xmac.
Yeah.
Okay. Just shut all the others down. Don't kill the Zoom one if you can't do it. Okay.
No. Right.
All right. So now
I need to go to the.
Yeah, go to your Edge. Just start a new tab in Edge and open up your Parish Online again.
Yes.
Good.
A new one.
That's good. Yep, that's fine.
Then I can go to
Parish Online.
That one.
Correct.
Brilliant.
As you say, brilliant. Right, you're there.
Yeah, because it does, if you leave it on for a long time, you need to do something with it anyways. Thank you. Sorry, yeah, I am a bit slow, aren't I?
If you go up to the top right-hand corner of your browser and click on that square, you'll get a full screen copy and we'll see everything. There we go. Good. And you need now to go and click on the, what I call the hamburger menu, the three lines horizontal. No, up top, up. Go up. Up. No, not that one. Up, 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 up. Way up. Way to the top. That one.
There. Ah.
There you go. Now your columns are back on. So click on the X to close down that. There we go. And you want to go into parish layers. And what have you got there? Anything to play with?
The planning one, I can go, yeah.
Okay.
I've
So,
got a couple of things on there, but it would be good to get them, because they should be labelled, but they're a bit.
well, that's right. That's what we're going to do now. So we
This
might
is
just as
actually
well.
what I wanted to learn, you know, sorry, yeah.
Okay. So let's just, I think we should stick with you for the moment. Anthony, you're all set to go. You got your own layer ready? I think
He's on mute.
I'm not hearing you anyway.
No, sorry, I keep on putting the mute. No, so yeah, no, I've got mine.
All right,
layer up.
so what we're going to do now then is select a layer in which we're going to make the changes. So in Yvonne's case, you want to go into the Planning Applications 2022 column on the left-hand side and don't touch, just right-click in there. There you go, and now click on Style. And Anthony will be doing the same thing.
Yeah.
So for this one, yes, hang on a minute, I just need to look at my own screen now to
It's
see
not
what
going to
we're
be
gonna do.
class-based, it's going to be the single one, isn't it?
Well, hang on a second, I just need, before you do it, let me just go to my screen.
Sorry,
What
yeah.
I'm going to do next. Bear with me a second. So let me just chat to you a second, because this is an important thing. All right. So what I'm going to suggest here, so that it becomes crystal clear to you what the effect of what you're doing is to use wild extremes. Okay. So go for big sizes, go for weird colors, go for strange thicknesses, just so that you can see the choices that are available to you. That's my recommendation. Whether you do it or not, it's entirely up to you.
No, it's good.
So we're going to start with the style type of single.
Yeah.
And I'd like you to add a label. So if I go and look at what you're doing, Yvonne.
So I've got a label, haven't I? But
You have, yes, you've chosen an application reference. Is that what you wanted?
Yes.
Yes, okay. That's a good, no, that's a very good label to have. Why can't we see the rest of your screen to the right? Don't see any, maybe there is a preview there, but I don't see it. No,
I can't see it either. That's, it looks different.
You can scroll, you've got your very wide screen on. What happens if you scroll to the right on that bottom layer of yours, that little bottom line? Can you scroll right? No?
Like that thing you mean?
Oh, yes, what are you doing down there?
I don't know.
All right, well, you got a weird, you got a strange screen size. Never mind. So you do have nothing strange selected. So what I've suggested to you, Yvonne, is you change something enormous. So go into the second column at the top. All right, you got 22 as the text size. Make it, 50 or 100 or something, just so you can see the difference. Yep, that's good. Change the text color. Click on it. Make it bright purple or green or turquoise or something. Yep, that'll do. Go down to the bottom and save. You need to scroll. Yeah, you need to scroll down a bit. There we go. Go into halo color. Whoops. You don't have any application ID in there. You've got an application reference, but it looks like it's an empty field for this one. What is the application reference? Is that a number?
Yeah, they give a.
Is it possible you've got a record that has no application reference in it?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know.
Because we can't see anything in your preview, I wonder whether, just try changing something that you know is in there. Go up to the labels column, just scroll up, change the application reference field to something else. No, left. Yep.
Oh, I see that one, yeah.
That one, yeah. What's going to be
proposal?
And scroll down to the. Oh yes, okay, that's good. That works. All right. So now you've got that, and it's nice big black letters. Okay.
Yeah.
So what you might want to do is to put a halo around that. So go to your halo column. Yeah. See where it says halo color here on the left. Left.
Yeah.
Left. No, left.
That
left.
one.
Left, more left. See, there's
Sorry.
a huge column saying labels. There we go. Go down to
Yeah.
halo color. Go down a bit.
Oh,
Down,
halo
down, down,
colour.
yes.
Yes,
Go
good.
to bright purple or pink or something. Pink. Pink's lovely. Go to pink. Look at that.
Okay.
Right. Click on
And then
save.
save there.
Yeah. Now scroll down to look at your preview.
Ah.
Oh,
but it's
well, no, it
orange.
hasn't done a thing. Oh, because, well, pink doesn't show up there. Let's go back up to your, oh, it hasn't happened. So go into halo color. Again, choose pink or something bright and different.
So it's got pink there.
Yes.
And then I do start
Save it. I
save.
think you, whoa, stop. You're way too quick, Yvonne.
Oh, I'm not saving. Sorry.
You're not saving on the color. That's the issue. So go back into halo color, choose
Pink.
your color. Yeah. Now click, go down, scroll down to save. See those little, there we go.
The
That's
color
the one.
save.
Perfect. It still hasn't saved it.
That's strange.
Yeah. Isn't that weird? Did you click on save or did you click on cancel? I think you clicked on
No.
cancel.
Look. No, I definitely. So I've put that one, the pink.
Yeah.
So it's coming up there.
Go down
And
to
then there's a
save.
save there.
There you go. That's it. It's there. Now, whop up. Whoa, don't go down there yet. Go whop up the size. See where it says halo size underneath the pink.
Yeah.
Whop it up. Go up to huge. Go on. Keep going. Be brave. There you go. Stop. Now go down to. Now go down and have a look. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous?
Yes.
So that's the whole point of adjusting the halo around the label. Okay.
Yes. Good.
Now let's
and then
go
I
up a
can
bit.
save that at the bottom. Then can I?
By all means, yes. And that'll take you back to your map. And now you can see any of those have got labels on. No.
Unless I.
Which one's your applications? Your planning applications?
That is it. Oh, there's only a few, isn't there? Unless have I used the right thing?
Oh well, I don't see that you've got.
Oh, weird.
Just click out a bit further. Have you got any other layers turned on, or is that the only layer? It looks like it's the only layer. Weird. Do you not have a very busy planning application bunch of people then?
Well, I must admit I have. No, I don't think we do. I haven't really. Maybe. I don't know why that is, because they were showing the labels before.
Click on one of those. Click on any one of those. Click on the planning applications. Yep. Check one of them. It doesn't matter which.
Well, like that, yeah.
Yep. And what I'm looking for is the fields you've got there. Proposal, location, site ID. It doesn't. I think. It looks like the field that we've chosen for a label, Yvonne, doesn't have any data in it because I don't even see it there.
Well, yeah, it's got application reference.
Yeah, but I think you clicked on site address. Let's go back to click on the X at the top of the column.
That one.
Yeah. Now right click in the planning applications and bring up style. Now see where it says label column.
Yeah.
And can we just go over to the label column, left-hand side, left. Yeah, go down a little bit. Label column.
That one, yeah.
No, next one up. There we go. Yes, just click on the down arrow there.
So should I do
How about
application?
application reference? It ought to do it.
It should be there, shouldn't it?
Yes.
But maybe I didn't save it.
Go down to the there we go. Well, okay, application number, that might do it.
And
Let's
then
try
save
click on
it.
save, see if that makes any difference. And you might need to zoom in a bit. Boy, you really have a hard time. Oh, there they are. Just took a little bit. It's a question of scale. So, well, yes, it's a question of scale. So the default zoom scale for you seems to be too far in. So what we can do is go back into the styling, right click and style. Yeah. Now go to label minimum scale, left-hand side, that one.
Yeah.
Put in, say, just put, say, 500. And then go down to maximum scale and put in 5,000. Okay, save. Save, save, save. Yeah. And scroll out a bit. No, that's in. Yeah, the other out. That's weird, isn't it? I think you okay. So now let's scroll back in again. Bit further. You have the weirdest system.
Oh.
There we go. Yeah, right. Maybe I need to get the scales even tighter. Well, it does work. We just need to play around with your minimum and maximum scales a bit, Yvonne.
Yeah. Okay.
That's 100 meters. So maybe by 500 was too large. You need to make it smaller than that. So right click on planning applications. Style, good. Yeah, change that to 1 in 50, let's say. Well, just 50 would do. Yeah, good. And that make that 10,000. I mean, let's go, or 150,000, whatever. That's better. Yeah. Now let's see if that makes a difference. There we go. Visible. And
I see. Yes. Thank you. Yeah, that's.
Yeah. So, and of course, that's unnecessarily huge and unnecessarily garish, but that was just to show that, make the point. Okay. And as you zoom out, so they disappear. Okay. I think we may need to change your scales even more than that.
Yeah, I think so, because that's the problem. When you want to be able to see it.
When it's there, yes, I agree.
Yeah, when it's like the whole area.
Okay, so let's go into, we just need to play around with your scales a bit. Let's put this, yes, exactly. Try minimum scale ought to be, I wonder if I got those reversed around the wrong way. Try making that 10,000 and making the bottom 150. Maybe it doesn't, their understanding of numbers and mine varies. Any old 50 will do.
Sorry, yeah,
There we go. And save that. Still hasn't done anything. And zoom in. What a thoroughly worthless system. All right, so it wasn't that one. That I got it wrong. Let's go back to your style again. Yeah. So how about make that 1 in 1. Yeah, and the 1 in, I don't know, 250,000. Yeah, that'll do. Try that.
So it's just really a matter of practice, isn't it? And,
it is. Well, except your system is being decidedly reluctant. There we go. Right.
But it's even so, to try and.
It shouldn't be this complicated. I'm not quite sure what your default issues are. Because nothing showed up at all if we turned off the scaling, did it? Let's just try it. Can you go back in, right click? Yeah, go into style. What happens if we just turn off the scaling altogether? So just put 1 in, 0, or yeah, nothing. Yeah, that's good. Or nothing's good, better than 0, I think. So, no, not a 0, just put empty space, null.
Oh,
there you
like
go.
that.
Yeah, and the one above. Good. And now click on force labels underneath. See whether that makes sense. Shouldn't be necessary, but there. Well,
that's
and
better,
if you zoom out
isn't
a
it?
little.
That's loads better.
Right. Oh yes, there we go. No, that's much better.
Oh,
okay,
brilliant.
That was the issue.
Yes.
Okay, so just play around with the choices there.
Oh, see, that's good, and it's coming up because.
Well, and now you need to go back to a sensible size for those numbers and labels. I mean, I asked you to put in huge halos and huge text sizes because just to show the point. But if you reduce those now, say come down to maybe 12 for the text size, yeah, and the halo reduced to about 10, say. Leave the color there, yeah, make that 10. And save.
That's a lot better, isn't it? That's better.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, because as I say, it was a problem before, and I just thought, well, if I send that to the councillors, they're not going to be able to see it. No. So I haven't put any. I don't even know whether we've had any more planning applications. It's a bit of a funny area. It spits and starts.
Right.
Maybe
Well,
I should
at
start
least you've
doing
got the principle now. It sounds like it looks like you need to go a bit slimmer, even slim down your halo to maybe two.
We've even got more enforcement cases than planning applications, to be honest.
Right. So go into style and click on your halos. Bring the size down, the halo size down to 2. Yeah.
And then save.
Yes, and I think, well, maybe, yes, that's better.
That's
And your
loads
text
better.
size, your text size is still too big. So change your text size maybe to, say, half of that. Yeah, exactly 6. That'd be good.
Sorry, Anthony, are you okay with me doing this? I feel a bit.
No, that's all fine.
Oh,
Okay,
I feel a bit
Anthony,
selfish. Like
you're fine at your end, Anthony, I'm sure.
No, it's okay. No, but it's good to.
Okay,
See
so
it
let me just
slightly
go.
different.
Let me take a look at my system and just see what the next exercise is. So that was the first one, and the second one.
ah, yes, see, we've got some because I couldn't see before those that were out of the area that were. I know it sounds silly, but they had this pre-application. I know it was out of our area, but sometimes they give you the opportunity to consult on it, don't they?
Yes.
So
then
what I was trying to.
The second test, if you wanted to try anything out, I was going to suggest you change your style option to class-based. Select a class column and then just see the effect there. Again, it's just a matter of playing till you're comfortable.
Yeah.
So if we go back and you just jump back to your screen. So yes, you've done a class. Oh, you already were class-based. Okay, that's fine.
No, I've just changed
No,
it.
you have just said
Oh.
it. No, you're right. All right, good.
So that's
Now,
the difference.
They've changed. Yes, you've changed the colors and everything now.
No, they're still
Yep.
pink.
Okay.
Look.
What happened to the other?
Oh, what the other up there?
Maybe zoom out a little bit. There they are. Okay, yeah, you've got.
Yeah.
Yes.
See, it seems
look at
like
that.
we
The
only
one at
seem
the
to
top.
get.
Yeah, they've changed colors. Look at that. You see, so you've now changed to class-based, and the colors have changed according to the class. So if you do a right click back into style, and if you look, go along to the style, the third, what would have been the third column on my screens, down the bottom for yours.
Oh, yes.
Down a bit. Yes, in there. So you can see now that for each of those expressions on the left, because you've chosen to make the color based upon the application, they've all got different colors now based on their application number. What I would suggest is you probably want to make the status change here based on the, do you have a, can we go back to the top left? Yeah. What happens if you click on the label? No, not the label, the class column. Yes, click there. Click on the, no, one down, go down. Yeah, that one. Decision status, that's the one. Make that there you go. And now scroll down to the bottom left. Yep, there you go. So if it's, I would suggest if it's been permitted, it should be dark green. So click on the red for permitted and change that to a green. Yep. And don't forget to save it. Good. Now go into the refused, and that should be bright red. Yeah, any old red will do.
Yeah.
Good. Yep. Now you're getting there. Appeal can stay purple, and null is fine. That goes fine. So now if you save that, and we go back to the map, now they've all different colors depending on their status. So the two that are brown have got no status at all. The one that's green has been accepted.
Yeah.
And that one down there is brown, so that hasn't got any status either.
Well, probably because I kind of got so far with the planning.
Yep, understood.
And that was it, really.
Yep,
That was as far as I
now
got.
you can see how it varies according to the
Yeah.
class.
Excellent. I'll go back and, because it's quite a lot, doing your own work and doing this as well. Because we've got this, sorry, I'm losing track. We've got a fete in the recreation ground, and what I was trying to do was put things in the recreation ground, like the gazebos where they were to be placed.
Yes, of course.
That would be something that I will attempt, before so that they can have a map of where things are meant to be.
Yeah, I understand that entirely. If Anthony's happy, we'll go ahead and do it for you if you like.
Yeah,
Actually,
it's fine.
we've actually reached the end of the presentation now,
Yeah.
so the rest of it is all we're
Yes, I'm
officially
getting
in the
carried away,
Q&A
aren't I?
section now.
Sorry, it's really kind of interesting.
Let's just mention, let's just check
isn't
with Anthony if you've got any questions.
it? Yes.
No.
It's all straightforward. Okay.
No, it's fine. I've got.
So you're very welcome to stay on if you wish, but I'm just going to move on to questions and answers now.
Because somebody put their head around my door.
Okay. Well, lovely to see you. Thank you for joining in.
Thank you, Grant. Thank you very
We'll
much.
see you next time.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Bye.
Thank you.
Okay.
Bye-bye now.
Now, we're going to stay online with you, Yvonne,
Oh, thank you. Yeah.
and let's go down into your recreation area. So turn off the planning applications. Just click on
Oh,
there.
yeah.
Yep,
Get
turn it
that
off.
rid of that
Good.
one.
Right, now scroll into your recreation ground.
Ah, so there you are.
Yeah, so scroll into it. Now, that obviously is a polygon. You now want to add a feature, right? So right click, add feature. And it says, what do you want to add? And I would suggest you take the polygon on the right-hand side. See the little diagram with 4 corners in a square? Go up a bit.
Up that one.
No, sorry. Stop.
Sorry.
Oh,
This one.
There you go. Yes, so that's
Sorry,
most gazebos are a standard size.
Right.
So if you click on the button that says preset, see the little arrow that says preset to your right, slightly to your right.
All right.
Up
Yes.
there.
Sorry, I'm sorry.
Click on that.
Yeah.
So how big? Scroll down a bit. On the right hand side, yes. So keep going down. So
marquee, it's got a marquee.
Exactly.
And they're 3, but how exciting. I'm sorry, I get carried away, don't I?
You just select one of those. Say okay.
Yeah.
Right. Now click on the map to show where it is.
So they're going to put them. Yes.
Just put a click there, put a square for you. Right. Now go to the left hand side and say what it is. And call it, is that the gazebo for the children or the women's institute?
Blue gazebo or something.
All right.
Because I've got different colour with gazebos, and I've got this is for the Queen's Jubilee thingy. So
yes. So
date
purchases. I'm not quite sure why you'd want that, but never mind.
No, I don't know either.
So just put a okay, and a name. Is that well, would that be the Women's Institute or whoever's going to own the blue? Who's going to own the blue gazebo?
The parish council.
Okay, so say so.
If I just put PC.
Okay. So say, bingo, you've done it. Now, you've got another one. How many are you going to have altogether?
Oh, just 4.
Okay, so put in the next one.
So there. Oh.
So just click. Just once click, left click. Oh, I tell you, I'm so sorry. I beg your pardon. You need to go.
I need to
Go back up to your
building equipment.
Let's click on X.
On this one.
This gives me to start again. Yes, just say continue. Yeah.
Is that my phone or yours?
It must be yours because mine's.
Oh, sorry. No, oh, it's all right. It's nothing.
Okay, so click on continue.
Yeah.
Right. Now go into where were you? The ball hunt layer.
Recreation.
Yes, right click, add a feature. Click on the little oblong. Whoa, stop. You're in too much of a hurry, Yvonne.
Sorry.
Go to your this 4 square rectangle at the top there.
that
Click
one.
on that. Click on the preset. And is it going to be the same size gazebo or a smaller
Yeah.
one or a larger
Yeah,
one?
they're all the same.
All right. So click on OK. Now put it on the map.
Then go.
There you go. Just one click. Good. Now
Excellent.
go in and give it it's a red one or a green one, whatever one your
Yeah,
color
it was
is.
white, I think it was.
Okay, white gazebo.
I'd run about date and
Who's
PC.
going to own that one?
Oh,
They're all owned
they're
by the
all-
parish
yeah,
council.
I bought 4.
Right.
It's a bit mad, but
That's fine. So save that.
I've got these jugs as well for the Pims, but oh, error saving object. Why is that then?
Well, maybe you got disconnect. It's lost the icon for some reason. It's got no. So put it in. Click it in again. No, I don't quite know what's happening at your end, but just click on the X. Yes. Click on continue. Try it again. So right click in the layer. Go down to the layer. Yep. Right click. Add a feature. Right, select the square. Right, select the preset 3x3. Perfect. Now put it on the map. Good. Click once. Yep. Move up to at least the name or the blue. It was going to be green or white, wasn't it? White.
Oh yeah, we did a blue one, didn't we? Yeah.
Yes, this is white. So just click on save now.
Oh, okay.
Well,
yes.
Okay. Now go back up. We'll stop. Go and click on your square again. Go and click on your square. Thank you.
Sorry.
Preset. Good. Go down to 3x3. Yep. You're getting the hang of this now. So now go and put it on there. There you go. Yep. Go and give it a name. So is that blue or pink or green?
What do you call the? Yeah, it was a green one actually.
Okay.
Because the other one.
Click and save.
The other one I bought.
Maybe one more, right? So click on the. Whoa! Stop! You are so impatient, woman.
I'm so sorry. Yeah.
Marquee 3x3. Good.
Because this one is okay. So then I can put it there. I say.
Yeah.
And then
a name or a color. Give it something.
So what do you call
buff?
Stars and what do you call the emblem of the? Oh.
Of the what?
Union Jack. That's what it is. Union Jack's.
That's a nice color.
It's a Union Jack flag.
Yes. Okay. So
marquee actually. So save that.
Right. So there you are. Now, what we want to do is to put labels on those, don't we?
Oh yeah.
So come out to Feature Editor. Click on the X at the top. Go back into your layer and right-click and choose Style. Brilliant. Now you want labels. So go to the label and it's correct. You've got it turned on for name. That's everything. That's all you need to do. I would just save that. Okay, and now have your labels. You probably need to scroll in, knowing you. Yes, there you go. Look. Oh no. Okay.
Because it's fine, but the name I only put the name on one of them. I think.
Yes. So, but the other one was called what? It was called building equipment, wasn't it? That gives you the colors. So do the right click again, and do style. Go into your label column, left hand side. Left. Yep. And see where it says name.
Yeah.
Go up there. Change name to building equipment. That's it. Now save. Bingo. And now they've all got. Oh.
Yes. Whatever colors. Yeah. I don't know why those aren't. Yeah.
Yep. They're all there. They're all there.
Brilliant. Except that one.
Oh, we don't know what happened to that one. So.
Yeah,
there you go.
It's blue.
Just a matter of just a matter of scrolling in far enough. Yeah.
That is excellent because it just means that I can show the councillors that I can do something useful. I'm not.
Well, do they need to be in a straight line, or do they need to be? Do you need to move them?
I think actually what I was trying to do was kind of make them, because we wanted to put them along the bottom, and I think it was more or less in a curved shape. I know it's not quite right,
Okay, well,
but
let me just
because-
make sure that you're comfortable with moving these, Yvonne. So,
okay,
so just stop what you're doing. Stop what you're
okay.
doing. Listen to me. So just click on any one of those heads, any one. Right. So go there. Now click on the pencil, the edit button. Now you can move it around to wherever you like. So just pick it up and move it. Yeah, well.
It moves them all.
It does, doesn't it? Well, yes, so there you go. So you can move it to there and then just pull it. Well, I wouldn't have done that myself.
Wouldn't you? Sorry, what would you done?
Left. No, go bottom left, pull that one along. There you go. Get it to the right size. Yeah, well, sort of. Again, sort of. No. Yes, all right. You're getting there. You're getting there. Nearly there. There you go. Well,
That's
perfect.
square,
Hey.
I'm going to save that.
All right. We're done.
Brilliant.
Yes.
Oh,
so
that's good. Yes.
Well done.
Oh, that's, yes, it is a matter of practice, isn't it? And
It is just a
playing
matter of
around.
practice, yes.
Oh, I'm really pleased with that. Thank you. So
You're very
apologies
welcome.
for
I hope
my
it's been
being
fun.
late and that, and I'll let you get on. And
Okay, well, it's been fun talking to you on, and do come back to us. Don't forget the
will,
sessions
thank you.
on
Yeah,
Friday
I mean,
afternoons. If you have any
I
more
appreciate it.
questions, come and join the session on Friday afternoon.
I will do. Thank you ever so
I'll
much.
put the link in the email to you. Take care.
All right. Thanks a lot.
You're
Bye-bye.
welcome. Bye-bye.